Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us, one big family. Thank you for your loving support, all your beautiful comments, your suggestions, your opinions. And I would like to invite you to come and join us, the beautiful queens in my private crochet group. You're more than welcome to come, be a member as long as you have a profile. You could also follow me on my crochet page on Facebook, of course, we're talking about, and Instagram or TikTok, or if you're stuck on a pattern, you could always message me faster, either through the page or my group or Instagram message or TikTok message, and I can help you out. If you haven't subscribed, for the newcomers, I hope you do so. I hope you enjoy the channel and become a member of the family with us. By hitting that subscription, you know everything is free. We work hard every day to put out these beautiful patterns for you guys. We don't ask of anything in return except thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Share if you can. Sharing is caring. And bring your friends and family along. Okay, so for most of the time I use a 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. They're called Ladybug. They're 100 grams a ball, 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker, so obviously your patterns become bigger. The colors don't go by name here, they go by number. Let's say this canary yellow is number 15. This purple, because of course there's so many different purples, right? Number 38. So for the most part, I use a 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. People, please, I know sometimes I'm in my bubble and I'm a fast crocheter and I seem to forget that I am recording, and some of you are way much slower than I am. And I sincerely apologize for that. I mean, I get beat up from that all the time, like in most of my videos, I believe. I try my best, and I'm still working very hard on it to slow down for you guys. For those reasons, I say, you could always slow down the video. I know sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Sometimes even slowing down, some of you are a little bit slower. It's hard even slowing down for you guys, and I do apologize for that. But what can I say? I do have this problem of fast crocheting. I think everything in my life is just fast. Everything runs fast. I'm always on the go. But I am trying very hard to slow it down. I think I've improved quite a bit, or at least I'm trying my best. There's no need for really rude comments on that. Whatever doesn't fit you, move on to the next one. Sometimes certain patterns are not made for us, including myself. You can't just, beat up the creator, whoever she is or he is, just because it's not working out for you. There's much worse things in life than treating people rudely. Please, be kind. People really work hard to get these things out there. And sometimes, it's like I said, we get on our bubbles, we make mistakes, we crochet fast, and some get bored because it's too slow. I mean, it is what it is. So I thank you for being patient with me on that. For those that, most of you are patient with it. There's still a few here and there that are quite unpolite and very rude and very demanding and very, I need this and I want that, instead of hello and excuse me and may I or can I please and thank you. I mean, politeness goes a long way. This type of education doesn't come from school. It comes from your crib. So I owe you nothing, or any other creator does not owe you anything. So don't demand and force things out of us, because that's not happening. What is going to happen is, for that type of rudeness, you will be definitely blocked from the channel. And that's what's going on at this point, blocking the rudeness out of my life and out of the channel and everybody else's life here as a member of the channel, okay, or in the group. Same issue, okay? We have zero tolerance for that. We're here as mothers of earth. Men are providers, women are mothers. They teach, they're patient, they're caring, they're loving. So please be kind. Kindness goes a long way. Okay? We're going to get started, everybody. And thank you so much for your patience and for your loving support, like I've mentioned, and for your beautiful comments. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to teach you, especially for new beginners, because a lot of you that follow me know already how to create some of these leaves and flowers. Now, yesterday I had posted the pineapple star centerpiece or top of a small tablecloth, because this is about the flowers and leaves. I will have to make 2 separate videos to put it into the playlist. Leaves and 3D flowers makes it easier for people to create this and add into any pattern that they would like. So we're going to create all of this now, and then I will show you how I've placed mine in my center piece pineapple star, or could be for a small tablecloth for over the table. Okay, so because I am using in these colors, I'm going to make now the bud rose or bud flower, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to start by these are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. I'm going to use a 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. I'm going to go into the lime green to create my stem. Okay, let's get started. Thank you so much, everybody, for your loving support. So you want to do a slip stitch knot. Leave a little bit of string so you can tie end at the end. When we complete that stem, it makes everything more secure. So slip stitch knot. Now with this, you can go the size you would like. Okay, let me see if I can bring up the camera just a little bit more. I think it makes it easier. So I'm going to do that one. I did 15 chain stitch. I'm going to do 17 on this one. I'd like to have one bigger than the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. I'm going to do a triple, counting backwards. 1, 2, 3. On my 4th one, I'm going to do a triple crochet. So I have 2 already. 3, 4, my hands are full of glue, of gluing my flowers and little petals on my pattern. So this is 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for the same height as your triple, and I'm coming down with a slip stitch. Okay, so I have the top of the little flower there. Now I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm coming in the next chain on my stem and slip stitch 1 chain into the next one. So into the next one, slip stitch 1 chain. So we're going to do this all the way to the bottom. Slip stitch 1 chain. That makes a beautiful little stem. Okay, so I did until my last one, and now I'm going to do 1 chain here. I'm going to cut a piece a little bit bigger, pull through, and I'm going to make a knot here at the end just to secure everything. And 1 more. And then you'd cut the excess off. Of course, we don't need all of that. So just leave a little bit so you don't have to lose anything. So now we're going to do the rosebud or flower bud, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to do a slip stitch knot. We don't want it too long, but we don't want the string to be too short. We want to tuck it in. We don't want nothing to come apart. I'm going to come into the first one, the first triple. That was the chain we did when we went up. And I'm going to do a single. I'm going to pull this to the back and try to hide it at the same time. 1, 2, and 3 chain. With my single makes 4. So I'm going to do a triple again, incomplete. Take out 2, take out 2. Again, triple incomplete. Take out 2, take out 2. Again, into the next one. Take out 2, take out 2. Into the next one. Take out 2, take out 2. And into my very last one. Take out 2, take out 2. Now we're going to close it all in together, all at once, and do slip stitch 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming where we did that slip stitch, I'm going to do another slip stitch and make my little peacock there. Now I'm going to grab a smaller hook because I don't want to poke big holes here on that first or the last chain we did with a slip stitch. I'm going to cut my thread a little bit longer and I'm going to tuck it into the back. So turn your little flower, come into the back here, and I'm just going to go through this triple here and bring my string in to hide it. Everything will be glued into the pattern anyway, but you want to make sure that you can get some of these strings back here. Once they're glued, they're safe. You don't have to worry about them, but you got to make sure that you get them back there to hide them a little bit, make them more secure. And then, of course, you can cut the excess off. Of course, my scissors is going dead on me. Okay, so you have your first little flower. So this is going to be my combination of my flower. Now, we're going to go into the small little leaf. So I'm going to leave again a bit of string and I'm going to do my magic circle. In case you can't do your magic circle, then do a 5 chain. So I'm just going to secure it with a slip stitch, pull that string here a bit, and then come in and do a single. Half double crochet. Now I'm going to do 2 double crochets. 1, 2. I'm going to do 2 triples. 1, 2. One, 2, and 3. Chain coming on that where we've closed off the last triple. I'm going to do a slip stitch. I don't want to do a single to close it because it will leave a gap. It will leave it open. Again, we're doing it backwards now. 2 triples. Same thing as we did here. 2 double crochet. Exactly how we did here. Half double crochet and single. I'm going to close it by pulling on my string. If you did your 5 chain, you should be good. I'm going to grab again my small little hook because I don't want to poke big holes here on that first one we did, and pull my string right through it. Okay, so I'm going to grab this back string we did, and I'm going to hide it just a couple of chains. So there's 3, 4 chains. This is good enough because it's going to be glued onto my pattern. This is just to put it in the side. And I'm also going to give it 2 knots to make sure that nothing is going to fall apart, right? 1, 2. So now that I've secured that, it's going to be glued in the back anyway. I'm just going to cut it, and I leave always a little bit because it's going to be glued anyway. It doesn't matter. So you have your little leaf, which we put there. Now we're going to make this little stem here just for decoration, right? So again, I'm going to leave a little bit of string. I'm going to do a slip stitch. Now you can go the length you want on that because it keeps curving as you want it. I'm going to do 25 slip stitch. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I'm going to skip this first stitch coming into the second with slip stitch. So we're basically going to do the same thing as we did on the stem. 1 slip stitch, 1 chain. Slip stitch, chain. Make sure you don't miss any because it does give that effect to the stem. So slip stitch, chain. Slip stitch, chain. We're going to do this all the way to the end. Okay, so it gives it that nice little stem effect. So I've reached the end. I'm going to do a slip stitch on there, cut my thread a little bit longer, and also going to do 2 knots here at the end. Make sure that it's nice and secure. Okay, so I have it nice and secure now. I'm going to cut it. It's going to be glued into the pattern anyway. So now you have this beautiful little stem decor, which I'm using on my centerpiece. Okay. Now we're going to go into the flower. So I'm just going to use this mixed yellow. Okay, so I'm doing a magic circle. If you cannot do it, then you can do a 5 to 6 chain, depending upon your tension. So I'm securing it with slip stitch, coming back in, doing a single, and 2 chain. This is my first double crochet. I already have this flower. I have the tutorial already for this flower, but the edging is different. So for that reason, I'm creating this one. So I have, and actually it's not double crochet. I'm going to do single and 3 chain for triple. Coming back in, doing triple. So I'm going to have a total of 4 triples. I have 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain for the size of my triple. Coming back in and doing, I've turned around, of course, and doing my 4 triples again. 1 per stitch, Don't forget, this last one is always a tricky one that a lot of times people forget. So coming in and doing my 4th triple. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming back in that magic circle and doing my 4 triples again. I'm going to do this 8 times. So these are my flower petals, whatever you want to call it. So 3 triples and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. That's the size of my triple. I'm going to turn around and create my 4 triples again. So we are on the back. 1, 2, 3 chain. Turn to the front again. And continue to create your 4 triples again. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, turn to the back and do your 4 triples over the 4 triples, 1 per stitch. And then 3 chain, come back in your circle. So we have 3 already. We need 8. I'll meet you at the end. Hey everyone, so I've done my 2, 4, 6, 8 paddles. Now, I've done this one in triple for the tutorial because I've had many of you asking me that how to make this flower bigger since the tutorial is on double crochet where I have this flower already. And I've done it with double crochet for my small ones. But this is basically because a lot of you asked me. This is how the flower becomes bigger by doing the triple. So I did my 3 chain. And I'm just going to come in that last stitch that we went up with slip stitch here, okay, to close it up. I'm just going to pull the string a bit. Now I'm going to pull in my magic circle because there is some, or a lot of you that do use the magic circle. So I'm just going to tie it all together. And then you would tuck in, of course, this string. So come in through your stitches here. Pull it in. And go through a few of them. Now, like I said, I've done the mines with double crochet for smaller size because the tablecloth is not that, or the centerpiece is not that big. So there's no point of me doing big flowers for something smaller. But this is what it is when you want to go bigger on this flower. And I absolutely love this flower, so I work a lot with it. Oops, and I've taken down my thing. Okay, so 3 chain. So you'd come, as I mentioned, on the last one here. I don't want to poke a big hole. On your 3rd or the 4th chain from the the first row, not the second one going up. Okay, the first row we did. And slip stitch through it. Of course, my hook is too small for this. I never learned my lesson, but I'm just so used to working with it. Okay. So I'm going to cut my thread now, got a bit longer, of course. Pull this through and tuck in my leftover where these chains are, because they're going to be covered with the flower petals, okay? So it automatically becomes bigger as you see, okay? And it would be no different doing it with the double crochet, same stitch. So slip stitch, single, 2 chain. Now we're going to do 3 more double crochet so we can have the total of 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain, because that's the size of the double crochet. Turn around and do your 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 chain, come in the magic circle and do again your 4 double crochets. So basically it does not change anything. It's the same thing as we created with the triple, and you do your 8 paddles. Okay, so we're going to continue on with that one since it's done. This is the same size as my small one. So I have this mixed green. It's like yellowishy beige, off-white, and light green, darker green. So I'm doing my slip stitch knot, coming where we have the 3 chains that we did. So I'm going to come in those 3 chains and I'm going to do a single. Next one, half. Next one, double crochet, another double crochet. I'm going to do triple now. So we have single, half, double crochet. How many double crochets did we do? Okay, so if you want to go bigger, you can do 2 of each. So 2 singles, 2 halves, 2 double crochet, 2 triples. Okay, so we did single, half, 2 double crochet, triple, another triple, and now I'm back doing the 2 double crochets. So you have your first paddle. I'm going to do my half and my single. So I have my first paddle created. I'm going to come directly into the next chain right behind it on the next paddle. So into that 3 chain again and repeating the same thing. Single, I'm going to do my half, I'm going to do 2 double crochets, 2 triples, sorry. And it's the same thing as I have on the small one. And again, 2 double crochet, working backwards. The half and the single. So now you have your second paddle. Again, going into the 3 chain on the next paddle. Single, half, 2 double crochet. Now if you're making small stuff, you don't have to do 2 double crochet. You can do just 1 and then 1 triple instead of 2 triple. okay? Like for very delicate things you guys are doing. So working backwards again, 2 double crochet, half, and single. So we have our third petal, okay? So that pretty much leaves it to that, and this is what it looks like once it's completed. This is the bigger version, which is absolutely stunning also for bigger things, okay? So okay, so you'd add your bead on. So my beads are 8 millimeters. Make sure that when you get them, that the hole in the center fits your thread. So you'd cut a piece of thread from the same one that you're doing your flower. And then you would just, once you've cut a piece of thread, you would just get your thread through the, I'm full of glue in my hands, people. Unbelievable. Get your thread through it. And then place it on your flower. Come from the back. Bring your thread to the back. Now, a lot of times when I start, I leave a little bit of thread long enough that I can do it at the end, but I totally forgot. So many times I do it this way too, if I don't want to have it on the same thread as my flowers. So make sure that you even it up, line it up. Of course, I got the stems on there already, so it makes it a little bit hard to go through. Bring again this side to the back. And just give it 2-3 knots to it to make sure that nothing comes apart. And then do 2-3 more knots. So then your pearl is on, your stem is on, and you're good to go. That pretty much does it for this tutorial. I want to thank every single one of you. I will show you the way I have glued mine on. You can do whatever way you want it. So this is what was left for my pattern to be completed. Try to move this here a bit. So this is how I have glued mine on, just to show you, but you can play around with it and glue it whatever way you'd like it, okay? So thank you so much. I will leave the link to this pattern below. It's pineapple star centerpiece, and if you're interested, you could always create it yourself and do the same thing. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, bye-bye. A bit of thread long enough that I can do it at the end, but I totally forgot. So many times I do it this way too, if I don't want to have it on the same thread as my flowers. So make sure that you even it up, line it up. Of course, I got the stems on there already, so it makes it a little bit hard to go through. Bring again this side to the back. And just give it 2-3 knots to it to make sure that nothing comes apart. And then do 2-3 more knots. So then your pearl is on, your stem is on, and you're good to go. Okay, so since we have all of our flower, little rosebud, little leaves, and the 2 little stems for decoration, I will show you how I have glued mine on. So, of course, you'll need the hot gun glue. Transparent glue is the best. If you use white, it will come apart when you wash it. If you use a transparent one, for some reason, it doesn't come apart. So I'm just gonna wrap up the rest of what I need. So I did, on my centerpiece, I did only three groups, okay? And separated like a triangle on my 3 groups. Okay, so now I'm just gonna glue my last one, and you want to spread them out more or less evenly. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's about right. This is so big, it's kind of hard to see it like this. You will have to see it once I lay it out on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This should be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. So I have both of the other ones on each side and one on like a triangle, let's say. Just want to make sure that I have the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I would bring, of course, all my little things here. I don't know if I'm missing some stuff. Okay. And you have to be careful when you're gluing this because you don't want to over glue it, and be careful what you have underneath, right? So I'm going to do it there. I think I should be good with it there, hopefully. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit where we have that row there. You know, and you place it the way you think is best. So I would be placing everything first before gluing anything on, more or less where I think is how I want it. And it makes it easier then to pass the glue over it. Small pieces just to secure everything in. Now there goes my gun. Everything is tight here. Okay, so I bring this more down here. You place it how you want it. I mean, you play with it and you see whatever, you know, it hits the eye better. And some people like it both going up or different positions, which is fine. Anywhere, no matter how you do it. If, you know, if that's how you like it, then that's how it should be done. So I'm thinking more or less here like this. This is how more or less I have the other ones. Maybe fix my little pearl, my flower this way, so I can be nice following my pearl there. Now just put just a little bit here just to secure that flower, and a little bit here for my little stamp. Now I don't want to overdo it because I don't want the glue to come through in my towel. Usually I would do it in a ceramic, so I don't have to have like glue going through everywhere in the bottom and gluing everything together. So I'm just putting a little bit just to secure that now. And then I'll go over it again with the glue on the ceramic to make sure that everything is pretty much glued in. I just don't want it to move, you know. So I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll have it in display for you so you can see. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial with the pineapple and the star. So you don't have to add these on. I like to add them on. It just gives it a different punch. And this is beautiful if you make it into the Christmas theme, like white centerpiece, and then do your flowers in red and your stems in green. You can do it in your golds. I mean, oh my God, like beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll have it in display at the end. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll leave the link below, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Please give a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't subscribed, it costs nothing. It's free. We all can use the help to keep going with the channel, and sharing is caring. Thank you for your tips, and thank you for your donations for the women in need. God bless you. Until next time. Bye-bye, everyone.